Guys, I have no idea what to tell you. I am so done with this community, it's unreal. Once again, okay? Once again, we're proving that and I say we because I'm part of the community, we're proving again that we are more than likely one of the most toxic communities when it comes to gaming. So today we had the official Modern Warfare gameplay reveal. And in it, they showed a new game mode that is a 2v2 game mode. It's sort of like a game mode in Modern Warfare 3 where it was 2v2, or I believe it was 1v1. But this one, you are spawned with random guns, and there's a variant of the game mode where you have to pick up guns across the map. Sort of like how in Halo you'd find guns across the map and you'd be able to pick them up, or in something like Splitgate, I think you can do that too with like snipers and stuff like that. But regardless. That's the gameplay they showed. They showed 3 maps. All 3 of them look fantastic in my opinion. The new engine really shines. But, I mean, the community's reaction to this is ridiculous. Okay, so let me break it down. The community see this as being too similar to Rainbow Six Siege and Battlefield. I 110 billion% disagree. Mainly because this is one game mode. This game, and I promise you from the bottom of my soul, that this game does not play like Battlefield or Rainbow Six Siege. It's completely different. And I'm sorry, you can't base your opinion about the entire game's multiplayer off one game mode. Especially a game mode that's so different to the rest of the game modes that it's not even similar gameplay-wise in the slightest. In this game mode, you don't even regen health. In the variant, you have to find weapons. It's completely random which weapon you get every time you spawn on the normal game mode for it. It's very ridiculous that people are basing their opinions off one game mode that's so different and 3 maps, you know. And people are saying this game looks bad. I don't get it. What about this game looks bad? I can't see it. Graphically, this game is more impressive than any other Call of Duty in history. I mean, that's a given. Sure, it looks a bit like Battlefield in terms of animations and in terms of environmental, lighting and stuff, and how the game just looks in general. It's gonna do that. It's a new engine. They're increasing the lighting. I wouldn't be wrong to say that the Frostbite engine and the Cry engine, for example, as well, are way ahead of their time. They were way ahead of their time, back when the 360 was out. I mean, you look at a game like Battlefield 3, and for its time, it looked fantastic. And that's the way Battlefield games have always done. They use specific tricks to make the games look so good and still run so well. Usually, they optimize the game very well by increasing some texture qualities or decreasing some texture qualities. They make their games look good that way. I mean, like, gradually as you go on, your games are going to start to look better, and this is a natural evolution for Call of Duty. Animations for the longest time have needed to look better in Call of Duty. They've always felt so stiff and so clunky. And now a lot of people are complaining about this weird ass complaint. Oh, it looks too slow and clunky. I don't know about you, but this is probably the smoothest looking Call of Duty game we've ever had. And if I'm wrong, prove me wrong. That's the point I'm trying to make here. I mean, to suggest that this game looks clunky is unreal. To say it looks slow, that's valid. Yeah, it is valid. But that's the point of the game. The gameplay works differently. This isn't the same game we've had every year. I wanted to say this, right? If from Call of Duty 1 to Call of Duty World War 2 was the same game every year, Black Ops 4 was like a taste of something new. Something a bit different, something in the way it works. A very minute taste, like no healing in-game. If that was a taste, this is the whole cake. This is a new thing entirely. And to me, this feels really refreshing. And I knew this. I knew from the moment this game was going to get revealed, the gameplay specifically. From what I heard, from what I had seen, people were going to say, oh, I don't like this. It feels too different. It doesn't feel like COD or something. But that's the same complaint people were having for years. People were saying every single year a Call of Duty came out, same game, don't want to play it. And now that we've got a new game, no one wants to play it. It's mind-boggling to me. Like, and I'm going to have to ask the question that I'm sure Activision and just every other Call of Duty or all the Call of Duty developers have to ask every year, what do you want? You know, do you want new? Do you want old? Do you want boots on ground? Do you want exosuits? Do you want World War II? Do you want the future? Because it's so black and white when it comes to the Call of Duty community. For me, I've had my eyes set this whole time. I've always wanted something new, regardless of how it is. I don't care how it plays. If it's Call of Duty and it's new, I want it. But over the last years, we've had the same game, as an exception being Black Ops 4, because that is decently different to any other COD game. But this is completely different. Sure, the gunplay is going to feel similar. I mean, you can't judge the whole game mode off of this one... this whole multiplayer thing off of this one game mode. You know, there's more to come. Wait until the 1st of August for your, massive onslaught of opinions. Sorry for the list there. It just doesn't make any sense to me, okay? I mean, we've seen one game mode, right? We've seen 3 maps. We've seen a game mode that has different, just in general mechanics to all the all the other game modes are gonna play. You know, we know that in something like Team Deathmatch we're gonna have in this game, we are going to have auto healing. We are going to have create a class. And all that, we're going to have domination, we'll have search and destroy, we'll have all that, but it will play like the game plays. And that's the point of this game. They tried to go more tactical. They wanted something different. They wanted a bit slower pace. They wanted it so you can't, for example, just run up to someone and quickscope them. The idea of this game was a bit more realism in comparison to the arcadey style gameplay of the other Call of Duty games, and that's perfectly fine. But try not to judge it based on just one game mode that's so different. Because, that's not fair, to put simply. And for the people that are saying that this game looks bad graphically, go get some glasses. I need glasses. I'm not wearing my glasses now. And, I'm quite, short-sighted. So, this game looks fantastic to me, regardless. If I put on my glasses, I'm sure it would look better, I just can't see where people are coming from with their complaints for this game. I really can't. The animations look like Battlefield. It doesn't play like Battlefield. The just movement system and all that, like I said, is like Battlefield. The graphics are sort of similar to Rainbow Six Siege. The graphics are similar. Is the gameplay similar? Not in the slightest. Is the gameplay similar to Battlefield? It won't be in the slightest. The only game mode I can see the gameplay being similar to Battlefield is in the Battle Royale game mode that they're going to confirm eventually, believe me. I'm going to keep my word on this, alright? So if this isn't confirmed, come back and slay me in the comments, but I'm certain it will. That's the only game mode I can conceivably think will play even a slight bit like Battlefield. And even then it will be different, because this game's based heavily on tactical gameplay. Battlefield isn't actually that tactical. Battlefield is getting a plane, getting the chopper, run around the map, try and find people, because the maps are so huge in Battlefield. This is still a close quarters game, I really can't understand. And someone in the comments help me with this, alright? Help me understand where you're coming from. Give me your reason for not liking the game. And don't give me something stupid like it looks like Battlefield or it looks like Rainbow Six Siege. That's ridiculous. It looks similar. It doesn't play similar. Sure, your movements are a bit slower in this game. But it's intentional. It's fully intentional. They know what they're doing in this game. This game's been 5 years in the making. Have a little faith in Modern Warfare. Okay? Just a little bit. The old developers for Modern Warfare 2 have come back for this game. This game is different. This game wants to basically set the stage for a new era of Call of Duty, and for what I've seen, a pretty good one. Guys, I'm gonna say this now. Please give this game a chance. On the 1st of August, if your opinions stay the same after you've seen Team Deathmatch, after you've seen Domination, after you've seen Capture the Flag, after you've seen Hardpoint, and after you've seen the kill streaks, because we haven't even seen them yet. Something, again, that, Rainbow Six Siege and Battlefield just don't have, something that's a Call of Duty staple. When you've seen that, please comment on this video and tell me how you feel. If your opinions are the same, so be it. I'll admit my defeat and I'll walk. I promise. If they're not the same, and if you find yourself thinking, oh, maybe this game is a bit more closer to home than I'm thinking, but it's decent, it's different enough to be considered a different thing, something very new, then come to me, tell me. Because I want to know. Something I want to think about for this game is that the title that they use for Black Ops 5, the Forget What You Know, really should have been a thing for this game. Because to use that on Black Ops 5, I think, was a missed opportunity to use it on this game. Because it fits this game so much better. From what I know, and I'm promising you this now, from what I know, what I've seen, what people tell me, what prominent leakers have said, this game is going to be fantastic. Okay? Take my word for it. If you don't like it by the time the gameplays for the rest of the multiplayer gameplay has released, let me know. And I'll accept that you don't want. Well, I'm saying that wrong. I'll accept that you don't think this game looks good, and I'll completely understand. But just remember, what we're seeing is barely a fraction of this entire game. We've got the third game mode. We've got Battle Royale. We've got the rest of multiplayer and the campaign to see yet. Do not, and I repeat, do not try to judge this whole game just from this, because you'd be making a mistake. Anyway, that's my little rant over. It's ridiculous to me, guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Jake Plays, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.